Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our spring band concert. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Becky Montour. I'm the principal here at West, and I'm really excited to welcome you here tonight. Quick reminder to just make sure that your cell phones or electronics are on silent. We don't want to interrupt our performances. And while you're taking a moment to do that, I just want to take a minute and thank, first of all of you for being here. I know spring gets very busy. I want to thank our band directors for all of the hard work they've put in to getting ready and for helping us have a successful year. And really, especially, I want to thank the students. Nowadays, as I'm sure you know, because you're in attendance at everything, our students are pulled in many, many directions. And so to be committed to band and athletics and robotics, student council, forensics, all the clubs, all the things that they're in, it can be kind of hard. So we're appreciative that they're willing to put in the work and the time and be part of these groups so that they can provide these amazing performances for you. So thank you again for being here, and we hope that you enjoy the concert.
I would like to introduce the next conductor. Mr. Austin Vonderlo is a student teacher from UW-Stevens Point. He's been with us since the start of fourth quarter and will be with us for the rest of the year. Please welcome to the stage, Mr. Vonderlo. So while Wildcat Band makes their way off the stage and Wind Ensemble makes their way onto the stage, I have a few things, some announcements I'd like to share with you. Band families, we have a couple other big things coming up. We have graduation and we have Memorial Day. Not every student will play in graduation. There's simply not enough room. But every band student performs for Memorial Day. That's coming up on Monday, May 26th. And we are in need of volunteers, adult volunteers, to help with uniforms before and after, to help with serving breakfast and breakfast cleanup and all of those types of things. Mr. Wilson has already sent out an email with a newsletter with details for that. We will be looking for donations to help us provide the students with breakfast and some other expenses we need for the day. That information is in the newsletter as well. Please send any of those donated items or donated funds in with your music student. Speaking of the music department, our music department awards night is 1 week from tonight. Watch your emails, students and parents, if you are going to be getting a band award, a band letter, any of the awards that we hand out. You will receive an email stating that you should be there because you will be getting an award. The Tri-M National Music Honor Society is currently doing a food drive for the Oshkosh Area Community Pantry. And that is now through May 16th. So if you have the ability to donate some items, please send those in. It's a competition between the band students, orchestra students, and choir students to see who can gather the most to help out this organization. Hopefully you already did before the concert, but after the concert, please take a few minutes to check out the amazing student artwork in the lobby. Every year, our concert coincides with the West Art Department art show, and I am amazed every year at the art that our students are able to produce and display for you. And many of the students who you see on stage today are also in art and have some fantastic things out there. Please check that out. I'm going to get out of the way so Wind Ensemble can do what they need to do. Thank you. We've reached the point in our concert where we have one piece of music left, and it's time to recognize the seniors. This is their final band concert of high school. I'm going to read off the names of all the seniors. Please hold your applause to the end. Seniors, when your name is read, please come down to the front, see Mr. Wilson, and accept your traditional senior band gift. For those of you who don't know what it is, every graduating senior will receive an engraved rosewood pen. This pen may seem insignificant, but it is something that we want them to take into their future lives to do whatever great thing they're going to do. We've had previous graduates say they've used their pen to sign a contract for a job, to sign a lease, to sign their marriage license, to sign important things. Use it for important things and things you might not think are that big. Use this to do great things. So, I'm going to start actually with a senior who's not on stage, who doesn't know she's getting called up here, who only joined us this semester, learned violin has played violin for years, but has learned clarinet just to play in band at the end of her senior year. Come on up, Ashley Schumann. And then I will call everyone from the stage up. I'm going to start in the back. So, in the percussion section, Jad Alzubi, Landon Galvan, Caleb Hanna, Michael Kirchhoff, Ian Miller, Quentin Prickett, Jacob Stinsky, almost all the percussion. The entire tuba section, Sully Ellis and Jack Lang. 2/3 of our trombones, Caden Button and Jace Capsule. 2/3 of our horns, Michael Fox and Nicole Osborne. 2/3 of our trumpets, Talon Dwyer and Connor Lacoste. Our Barry sax player, Callum Ruck. Only one of our alto saxophones, Jory Mugarauer. Our bass clarinet, Riley DeLapp. 2 of our clarinetists, Gwen Voles and Jesslyn Dabrowski. In the bassoon section, Kinji Tao. 1 of our oboes, Bryce Dorn. And 2 from our flute section, Isabel Pothornsky and Dulce Riviera. They're still making their way down to the front, but while they're doing that, let's give them all a hand. Now, I have a few things to say about these seniors. There's 25 people up in front of you as seniors, and it makes the rest of Wind Ensemble look, well, half empty or more. So, the West Band seniors have seen a lot in their 4 years at West High School. They've been around for band trip to Orlando, one to New York, day trips to Carroll University and UW Oshkosh for WSMA Large Group Festival, traveling to the Great Wolf Lodge, to Six Flags Great America. They've witnessed Mr. Wilson's dislike of sprinkles and bagpipes, my analogies about food and stories of my children. They've had holiday parades, Memorial Day processions, digital learning days for testing, everyone's favorite, solo ensemble performances. They've had 7 student teachers in band from 3 universities. They've had days of great joy and days of great disappointment. They've had performances at graduation, many donuts, lots of pizza, 8th grade band day, dozens of pep band performances. They've had new music written for the OASD bands. They've played in pit orchestra for musical theater, performed care days, and so many more events. These seniors are part of the 106 years of high school band history at Oshkosh High School and West High School. They have come so far as musicians, as students, and as people. These students will go off to college, to tech school, the military, and the workforce, and other training programs to study and work in fields such as software engineering, music education, the Marine Corps, English, veterinary technology, computer engineering, pharmacy, audio production, engineering, music composition, wildlife ecology, environmental science, radio, TV, and film, marketing, biology, pre-med, chemical engineering, ultrasound technician, radiological sciences, kinesiology, social studies education, computer science, music performance, National Guard, and so much more. They are the leaders of tomorrow. They are the future of our community, of our state and our nation, and our planet. I proudly refer to them as my kids when I talk about their accomplishments. Mr. Wilson and I are extremely proud of our kids and will miss them dearly after graduation. Seniors, keep music with you always. Keep playing your instrument after high school, in college band or community band or other opportunities beyond high school. It is never too late in life to return to playing your instrument, even if you take off a year or 10 years or more. Please keep in touch with us, and most importantly, go out into the world and do great things. 2025 seniors. They're all looking because they have someone appointed to do something.
All right, I'd like to introduce Caden and Landon to come up and give their speech.
Well, let me start off by saying that, well, me and my ugly co-host here are really glad to be here right now and made it through 4 years of band and 4 years of being with these two great guys over here behind me. And well, it's been an honor personally getting to go through everything that we have. Early stages of COVID, which were kind of bad, I'm not gonna lie. But just getting through all of it, especially making friends like Landon, people who aren't right here right now, Gwendolyn Voles, Elijah Oates in the audience, the goat of euphoniums. Let me just say that. But it's really sad that we're gonna be going soon, seeing as we've built such a great relationship with everybody here, every major staff, and it's a big honor to be in the, 105 years? 106 years of of West Bands. I'll let my not so good looking co-host continue.
Well, yesterday, I think it was, Jory asked me, how's the script going for the speech? And I said, script? So that really tells you how well we've planned this. But they say you should never meet your heroes. Caden Button met me in 4th grade, and we've been friends since then, but being in band really brought us a lot close together. Same with some of my other friends, which he formerly mentioned. Unfortunately, I did not meet Elijah or talk to him that much, but he is still the goat of euphoniums. There are a lot of things that I've learned from band, and I'm really glad to have learned them. I'm not going to say what those are because I am very nervous. The band teachers always told us to do great things and that West students do great things, and they're right. There's been countless of us that have won countless achievements for athletics, sports, robotics. There are many things that band students can't do.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing else.
Oh, okay. Let me take it back over. Yeah, like we said, we did not script this at all. We grow off our backs. But I mean, what the band program means to us is we've grown a family in band. We have our own little community, and it creates such a safe space for us. Not that a lot of us need it, but a lot of us want something like this, and band is a great way to get out some of our anger issues, especially some anger issues, Michael Fox, But But I've loved the time in band. I've loved the friends I've created, the relationships I'll continue on to my college age, and I'm never gonna look back and say like, ugh, that was a pretty crappy time, because every single memory, every single time I look back on, say, the concerts that we've had or the Memorial Day processions that I've marched in, it's all been a great experience. Even almost dehydrating over Memorial Day procession last year because we didn't know how long it was, and that was kind of bad, not gonna lie. But yeah, you have any last words?
Yeah, actually. Whenever I look back at band, there's going to be a lot of things that I'm going to never forget. And some of those are for good reasons, and some of those are for bad, like seeing Quentin naked in a hotel room. Which I will never unsee. But the band teachers have brought us on many trips and experiences, and I've had a lot of fun on all of them for almost every single second. Such as going to Florida and New York, where I've made a cult called the Cream Team, and there's a lot of photos online of that if you want to look it up. But every single time we went somewhere, the band teachers always made it super fun and interesting, besides the fact that we were going somewhere across the country. But I'm really glad to have the teachers that they were, as I didn't have to sit in a desk and do stuff, despite them yelling at us quite a lot for talking in class. But I still think that they were probably the best teachers I've had ever since my whole life. Yep.
All right. All right, as entertaining as their speech was, I'm sure you guys don't want to listen to any more talking, so I'll keep it short, but we do have a few gifts for Mr. Singer, Mr. Wilson, and Mr. V. But first, we are going to start with the board that goes in the back of the band room. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but it just memorializes past year's wind ensembles. So this is our board right here. And it has all 24 seniors that we have in wind ensemble this year, which is pretty impressive. Yes, definitely. All right, and then next up, we have a little gift for our student teacher, Mr. V. Even though he hasn't been here super long, or at least as long as Mr. Singer and Mr. Wilson have, we've gotten to know him a little bit, and I'd like to say we really appreciate having him here. And then next up, we have a gift for Mr. Singer. So if you can, we've gotten to know Mr. Singer a lot throughout our 4 years here, and it's hard to say goodbye, but I'm sure their speech covered a lot of it. But we would really, really, really love to say thank you for everything that you've done through Pitt and everything concert-wise, but yes, if you can open this one, there's, you have a real gift, and then your favorite, Kenny G.
It's a poster for Mr. Wilson's room.
Perfect, yes.
Oh, good. And a Kenny G vinyl, too.
We did put some actual gifts in there.
Ooh. Party-sized peanut M&Ms. I ate lots of these during COVID. A new trumpet, my favorite thing.
If you blow in it, it does make noises.
It's signed by class of 25. Never
Sounds better than
sounded
your
better.
regular one.
That is a robe from a Star Wars robe.
A Star Wars robe. I'll figure out the packaging
Yeah.
later. Thank you.
All right, and then most importantly, not most importantly, last but not least, we'd like to invite, we have Mr. Wilson. This is the last gifts you will be getting from us. Unfortunately, we are sad to see you go, but we will remember the times you've had with us, from parades especially, and parades, concerts, and the hundreds of other things that you have done for us throughout the years. You would like to open? Yes, please open yours. keep in mind, the main gift did not come in time. There were some technical issues, so it will be here later this week.
Some drumsticks signed by the class of 2025. Ooh. A big jar of sprinkles, because I love sprinkles. They know me so well. Some, little keychain with drumsticks on it.
There's cards in there for all of you, but yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all for coming tonight.
Now, I want to get to our last piece, but I do have another special set of comments to make. About Mr. Wilson. Where do I begin? Mr. Wilson and I have been team teaching and leading the students of Oshkosh West Bands for 14 years. He moved to Oshkosh from Indiana to take this job. Every year, he becomes more and more assimilated into being a true Wisconsinite. I love to hear him speak to the students and use Wisconsin dialect and phrases that were not part of his speech before moving here. We have shared so much and have grown and changed a lot in these 14 years. In those years, I became a father, he got married, and I was lucky enough to be in the wedding party. We got older and hopefully wiser. Our families are forever tied. My wife and Mr. Wilson share the same birthday. When he turned 30 and was in graduate school in Chicago, I spent far more on his birthday gift than my wife's. She reminds me of this often. It is a day that neither of us will ever forget. I sent a bagpiper in full kilt costume into his jazz arranging class with the help of my co-conspirator, Professor Kidanakis, to play Happy Birthday and other tunes for him on his least favorite instrument. Mr. Wilson has been the best collaborator that anyone could have asked for. We have taken half a dozen big band trips with students to Orlando 3 times, New York twice, with one New York City trip canceled, thanks COVID. One of those trips included Washington, D.C. and Philadelphia, and flying out to Los Angeles. He has pushed me to be my best every day. The success and reputation of the West Bands is in large part due to Mr. Wilson. He has led the drumline, arranged music for parades, pep bands, concerts, and 612 bands for OASD Bandorama. He spent years making and editing our band book, Blueprint for Success, out of the many handouts we previously used. He creates beautiful programs like the one you have tonight. The West Band website, redesigned our band and music department logos, and has done so much more. The band program will not be the same without him. The students and I will miss him dearly. I consider Brian Wilson one of my closest friends and have the highest level of respect for his musical skills and teaching ability. He is an amazing person. I would like to present Mr. Wilson with a special engraved pen, like the ones the seniors have received. His reads, Mr. Wilson, OWHS Bands 2011 to 2025. Please use this pen as you continue to inspire young musicians for the remainder of your career. If you know Mr. Wilson like I do, he doesn't normally talk to the audience, but I think this is a special day. We get to hear his voice.
Hi, everyone. I was afraid that Mr. Singer would do something like this, so I prepared something. I have truly loved my time at Oshkosh West. People who started out as colleagues have become family, and students have become my kids. I was so fortunate to land this position as my first job out of college, and I truly envisioned retiring from West. However, a few unfortunate changes in the district have allowed me to accept a position at Kimberly High School next year. As I tell the students, change can be hard, but it doesn't have to be bad. I'm confident that the West Bands will carry on the tradition of excellence that Mr. Singer and I have led for these last 14 years into the future. Students, thank you for trusting me and being my kids all these years. I hope that I have made even a small impact on your future. I know you have done that for me. Thank you.
All right, how about we finish this concert with some entertaining music? We'll be right with you with that. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a safe drive home. Come back for another concert tomorrow night with Varsity Band, Jazz Band, and Concert Band. See you later.